Hey, welcome. Maybe I should get my mic right. welcome to the Your Healing Journey Live. I am your host, Ernest James, your host and grief guide on this journey into your healing. So, on Your Healing Live, we talk a lot about grief, we talk about mourning, um, and I am your grief guide. I am a mental health advocate. Again, my name is Ernest James. Thank you guys once again for joining us for Your Healing Live. Your Healing Live is brought to us sponsored by, let me make sure I get this out for you guys. It is sponsored by our school Deal to Heal School for the Living community on the school platform, right? On the school platform. This is our community where we have resources and workshops in order to help you guys get through some of the things that we talk about, right? So dealing with grief, we have workshops dealing with grief. Your embracing your grief is one of our workshops. Also, maintaining your grief during your mourning, while you're mourning. That is also one of our programs that we have. So make sure you guys check us out. Check that out. Again, that's the Deal to Heal School for Living on the school platform. Make sure you guys go and check that out because we want you guys to have that, right? We want you guys to check us out there. Also, the first 7 days is absolutely free. The first 7 days is absolutely free. After that, it's only $27 a month. And you guys can, if you guys decide to stay, then you have access to a new workshop each month, right? You have access to a new workshop each month. So again, that's the Deal to Heal School for Living, our online community. Again, it's only $27 a month. The first week is absolutely free. Make sure you guys go there. And also, while you're there, you can check out our free resources that we have, our ebooks and things of that nature, where you can get take advantage of all of the free resources during that 7-day time period. It won't cost you anything at all. So make sure you guys go check that out. Again, that's the Deal to Heal School for Living online community. You guys can go to the website or just scan the QR code in the opposite corner. Just scan the QR code in the upper corner, and it will give you that information there. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Again, I am Ernest James, and this is the Deal to Heal. No, it ain't. This is the Your Journey, Your Healing Journey live, right? So, what I wanted to talk about today, I know we deal with, and we have dealt with grief. Talking not about grief, talking about mourning. But what I want to talk about today is what can you do to help someone else who is grieving? Because a lot of times we are the ones that's grieving, but sometimes we're not the one that's grieving. But I think this is important when we go to help someone else that may be grieving. Also, it's important for us to know so that when we are the one that's grieving, we also have the tools to give someone else to let them know how they can support us. So we definitely want to have these tools as well. So today we're going to talk about what you can do to help someone who's grieving. So the first thing that we can do is to encourage that person to explore their thoughts and feelings, right? To talk about, or should I say, explain their thoughts and feelings. So we want to do that by asking them certain open-ended questions, not yes or no questions, right? Because yes or no questions are easy for someone to answer, and then that'll be the end of the conversation. But you want to, when you're helping someone deal with their grief, you want to get them to talk. You want to get them to express themselves. And as they express themselves, it allows them to talk about their feelings. It allows them to talk about the things that they're dealing with. So you want to ask them questions and ask them to do things that is not necessarily a yes or no question. You want to ask them some questions that's going to cause them to explain, right? A couple questions is, I don't know what to say, but I'm here. that's something that's good, because we don't always have words to say, and sometimes the person that's grieving don't always want to hear what you have to say, right? They don't even want you to say anything, but they want you to be there with them. So you definitely want to let them know um, that you are there, whether you don't have the words at all. And it's okay to not have the words. It's okay to not know what to say. A lot of times we feel like we have to say something, and you don't. You can just simply say, "I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm here if you need me," and I'm just here to sit beside you. You don't have to have the words, and it's best if you don't have the words. That it's best that you don't make nothing up. It's best to just say, "I don't have the words. I don't know what to say right now, but I'm here for you," right? And also, um, let them know that you are providing a safe space, right? Let them know that you are providing a safe space for them to be vulnerable. You're providing a safe space for them to be able to cry. You're providing a safe space for them to be able to express themselves however it is that they need to express themselves. So make sure that you allow them that, and you tell them that, look, I'm here. It's okay if you cry. It's okay if you are upset and you express that anger. However you want to express yourself, I'm here with you on this journey, and I'm here to listen, right? And so those things would definitely help. So the next thing is help that person, the person that you are supporting through their grief. Another thing that you can do is to help them create rituals, right? Or help them create activities, which is a part of another word that we're more familiar with. But help them create activities that will help them to express themselves, will help them get out some of their grief as well, right? Or help them express their grief in a way that they can naturally kind of go through it, right? So when we talk about rituals, what I mean is, when you think about losing someone, right, and you're dealing with that grief of losing that person, a lot of times you don't know what to do, and you don't know how you want to honor that person, but you still want to honor them some kind of way in their memory. So that's where the rituals come in. So if you think about something that person enjoyed, something that person liked to do, or some things that person liked, then you can do those things in honor of that person. So then you get to deal with your grief, right? You're able to create somewhere where you can put your grief and put grief into action. You get to acknowledge the person who passed away, and then you get to honor the person who passed away too, by creating a ritual around something that they would be proud of, something that they would enjoy if they were here with you. And so when I think about my mom, one of the things my mom liked watches, and my mom liked the little brooches that you pin on your breast. She liked those. And so whenever I see a nice watch, a nice woman's watch, I'm reminded of my mom. So even though I of course I don't buy the watches for myself, but I'm reminded of that. And so if I was one of my sisters, or if I would buy a watch in honor of my mother that I could give to one of my sisters because she loved watches so much, that would be a ritual, right? To honor my mom in a way by doing something that she would enjoy if she was here, something that she would probably do herself, right? So buying a watch because my mom loved watches as gifts for other loved ones who may be grieving as well. So that's also something that you can do in your supporting of others that's grieving. That think about the loved one who they lost, and what are some of the things that loved one may enjoy, and invite that person to create that ritual with you, or you create it on their behalf, right? So maybe if their mom liked their watches, then you would buy them a watch and say, this is just to commemorate and to honor your mom in a way that she would like, and offer them that gift. So that can be something to help them to help them work through their grief as well, by creating a ritual, right? Also, you want to encourage them to think about all the good times, think about all the fun things and things that they did with that person, and then ask them to tell you about it, tell you about those stories. Like, what is your fondest memory of that person? What do you remember most? What is one of your oldest memories, from like the oldest, as far as you can go back to meeting that person? What is that? What is that like? And so asking them those questions, and giving them the opportunity to be able to express their grief, express what they're going through, express their memories, those happy times that they've had with that person. Again, it allows them to think about that person, and allows them to recall a happy time with that person. And the more that they're able to talk about it and express it, the more it helps them with their grief. What else we got? Um, Try to turn. So the first thing we want to do is think about the happy times, right? Think about the good moments. But sometimes when we think about the good moments, the bad moments also come to our memory. And so by helping them, when that person thinks of a bad moment, right, one of the things that we want to do is to begin to help them, try to help them process that moment into a positive one, right? And so one thing that I've learned in my life, that there's nothing that is all good, and there's nothing that is all bad, but there's good and bad in every situation, right? So I talk about my mom because my mom passed. So even in talking about my mom and her passing, of course, her passing would not be a good thing as far as I'm concerned. I would definitely love to have her here. However, through her passing, I was able to start, a nonprofit in her honor. I was able to help a lot of people with that nonprofit. I was able to do bereavement support with that nonprofit, all because my mom passed, and that was the way that I dealt with her grief. Was myself went to a bereavement sessions, was taking bereavement sessions, and out of those sessions, again, I became a volunteer with that organization for over a year. And then I left that organization and started my own nonprofit named after my mom and my mother-in-law, who I also lost at the time, which was Ann Christine Charities, right? That was the name of the nonprofit. And if you type that in, you probably can still find some stuff on Facebook and YouTube and things of that nature. But yes, Ann Christine Charities was the name of the organization that I started in honor of my mom. So that was a great thing that came out of a bad thing. My mom passing would be the bad thing. But out of that, on the good side, because she passed and everything that I went through, I then was moved to create this nonprofit organization that has helped hundreds and hundreds of people. Right. And so again, there's a good side and a bad side to everything. So we want to help them, again, remember the good things, remember the good times with that person. And if some bad memories come up and some bad times come up, try to help them to process those emotions and process those things that happen, and try to find the good in those things, in those experiences, whatever those experiences, those memories that they have. Try to find the good in those memories that may on face value be bad. But how do we look past the face value and say, well, out of that, even though this part of that situation was bad, this over here also came from that same situation. So there's some good and bad in both, and finding that balance. Let me see what else we got. So I mentioned about myself finding or going to bereavement support, right? And then later on, starting a nonprofit organization that brought bereavement support to the community in which I lived in. So another thing that we can do when we're supporting someone who's grieving, or a way that we can let them know how they can support us, is to encourage them to find a community, to find a group of like-minded people, to find, professional help if need be, to help them deal and process with their grief with other like-minded people or professionals, because that definitely is a pivotal place to be when you're dealing with your grief, when you're dealing with, the things that you're going through and dealing with losses, that you have someone who understands, right? So you have those like-minded people that may be a part of the bereavement support group. You have those like-minded people that may be in your local church community. You have those like-minded people that may just be around in other organizations that you are part of that you may not even know, right? Because you haven't been through this before, or you just haven't reached out to someone outside of yourself when dealing with your own grief. And so another way, again, that we can help those who are grieving is by helping them to find a community that can support them, or a professional that can support them. Because sometimes you can get away with, joining a community at your church, joining a community in your neighborhood, finding like-minded people to have these conversations with. But if you are really grieving, if you are really feeling depressed, and maybe even if you get some suicidal ideations, that's when you know that you need professional help. So yes, I would encourage you still be a part of the community, still stay locked in with like-minded people who are dealing with grief as well, but definitely go seek professional help, right? Make sure you seek professional help. And for anybody that just tuned in, again, I am Ernest James. I'm your grief guide. And today we're talking about ways that you can help support someone who is grieving, or ways that you can let others know how they can support you while you're grieving, right? So we talked about, helping them to create rituals or experiences to honor the person who they lost. We talked about encouraging them to express their thoughts and ideas around the person that they lost, or the thing that they lost, express their thoughts, their feelings, all of those things. We also talked about helping them to recall the good times, helping them to think about the good times and tell you about it, to express those times, what those times meant to them, right? And on the flip side, we talked about helping them find a new perspective when they do get negative comments or negative thoughts and negative memories may come up. How do we take that negative memory and spin it and make it a good thing? Because again, there's good and bad in everything. So even though whatever that situation is may look dim, you're able to look at it and process it and find the good in it. And so anytime we have a loss, especially a major loss, we want to make sure that we are looking for the positive in the midst of this negative situation, because there's always some positive in every negative. What else we got here? We talked about finding a faith-based community. We talked about finding a professional, right? A grief professional if need be. But also we want to encourage that person to join a support group. I know I mentioned it a little earlier with the last one, but I think it should be a one of its own, right? Because when you join a bereavement support group, everyone in that group is grieving or has grieved, right? So they know exactly what you're going through. They recently lost someone as well, which is the usual reason why people go to bereavement support. But again, when we're talking about loss and grief don't care. I say it all the time. Grief doesn't care what the loss is. It can be a loss of a person, a loss of a job, loss of a dream, loss of a marriage, whatever that is, that loss that you have, that loss that you are experiencing, where you feeling a certain way because you love whatever that thing was that you lost, to the effect that now that you lost it, you're grieving. So it doesn't matter what it was. When grief comes, you have to deal with it. And so we want to, again, encourage them to join a bereavement support group, There's a lot of information that a bereavement support group can give you. Besides them, there were like-minded people and like-minded individuals who also probably right around the same time as you lost someone as well, um, same as you, and maybe the type of loss that they're dealing with. Maybe you lost a spouse and they lost a spouse as well. One of the members there, or you lost a parent and someone else lost a parent as well. You lost a child, someone else there has lost a child as well. So you want to definitely connect with a support group, a bereavement support group, a grief support group. Whatever that things that you need to build or find a community to lock in with to help you to be able to process your time, your mind, and everything around the loss and which you just occurred. Let me see. Another thing we can do when we are helping someone who's grieving is we can help them by finding out what those dates are, those important dates that may trigger them, right? And make sure that on those dates you call, you check up on them, you maybe go get them and take them out, just to make sure you can monitor them and make sure they're in good spirits all day, right? So I talked about this year, I turned 50. I turned 50 years old this year, May 1st, which is a great thing. But it also is a triggering time in May and going into June, because that's around the time we will be celebrating my birthday with my mom, right? And not only is my birthday is May 1st, but then you got May 15th, which was my mother's birthday. Then you got Mother's Day in May as well. Then you got the 4th of July, which is the day we would have been celebrating with my mom, with the family. And then the 5th of July, which is the day that my mom actually passed on, July 5th. And so all of those dates within that 2-month period can be very triggering for me, right? If I had not processed my grief up to the point that I am now, which I'm in a good space. But whoever that person is that you may be helping to console, helping to deal with their grief, or maybe you yourself may be still struggling with your grief, especially on certain days. So if you are the person who's struggling with that grief, you are the person that need the help, then make sure that you reach out to someone who you can depend on to show up for you, right? So you can let them know, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. This is how I'm processing it. And I really just need some help right now. And to allow them to come in and to help you during that process, right? So that you're not facing your grief all alone. What else we got? To help clean out, another thing that you can do, and when this is a big thing, right? Especially when you lose someone that you live with or that lives with you, right? And then now that person is gone, you have to now clean out their space. I have a friend who lost her daughter, and she didn't go into her daughter's room for like over a year. She didn't go into her daughter's bedroom for over a year, And so when you have something like that, you have a person who passed away that lives with you, or if you're consoling someone else, they have a person that lived in the house with them. One of the ways that you can help them to get through their grief is to clean out that space for them, right? And I think there are even some businesses that will do it for you, right? You call them and say, hey, I need you to just pack this room up, and they'll come and take your loved one's clothes out the closet and fold them up and box them up, put their shoes in boxes and box that up. All of those things to clear that room out, all the pictures and things that were in your loved one's space or that was in the loved one's space, they will be able to go and to clean those things out. And so that person that's grieving doesn't have to do that on their own or by themselves. And so, so make sure that you guys, you can offer to clean out the loved one who they lost, to clean out their space, whether it's their room, their house, whatever it is. You can offer to clean it, or suggest that they hire someone to clean it, or even help them clean it if they are the one that decide, what, no, I'll move my mom's stuff, I'll move my dad's stuff, myself, because I don't want, outside people just, handling my mom and dad's things, especially during the time that you're grieving, because that can be very traumatic when you are connected emotionally to an object or to a thing that your loved one had or owned, and then someone else comes in and they're not treating that thing with the same love and respect that you have. So that will cause some friction in that relationship. So yes, you want to make sure that, again, if you're cleaning out, if you're the one that's cleaning out a loved one's space who has lost someone, make sure that you're gentle, make sure that you're kind, make sure that you handle their things with love and care, just as you would if they were here, because it means that much more to the person who is still here, that is having to clean that out. So make sure you guys do that. I'm gonna give a couple more. Suggest writing a letter that you may never send, right? That you'll never send. And what this does, it allows you to sit down, think about your thoughts, and then put it to paper. So now you're actually putting words to it, and you're getting it outside of you. When you put it on paper, you're getting it outside of you, and you're putting it somewhere else, right? So you're taking all those things in your mind, all those things that you were thinking about, you take those things out of your mind, and you write a letter, right? You write a letter that you're never going to send, or maybe even write it in a journal. Maybe you could address it to yourself, or the old you, or write a letter and write it to the person who passed away, right? And so it just allows you to be able to process your grief and get that grief outward, right? Which is what we want to do. We want to get all of those emotions, all of those feelings on the inside. We want to get them to the outside. And so definitely writing a letter that you may never send, writing a letter that you may actually burn it. And that was one of the things that I have done before, because I feel like when you write the letter, you put it in the envelope and all of that, and then when you burn it and it turns to ashes and you see it fly away, in my mind, I see that as those ashes flying my thoughts and ideas up to heaven, for my loved one to be able to watch and read at some point. So yes, make sure you guys are doing that. What else we got? Don't be afraid to encourage that person to have fun, right? Don't be afraid, if you are that person, to have fun. Don't be afraid to smile. Don't be afraid to laugh. Don't be afraid to enjoy yourself, because if your loved one was here with you, surely they would be enjoying themselves as well. Let me see. I'll give you guys one more. And this one is important, and I'll make this a 2-for, right? Make sure that you are encouraging the person who is grieving, the person who have experienced loss. Make sure you are, what's the word? What I was going to say? Make sure that you are encouraging them to take care of themselves, because one of the things that we do as loved ones is we are really quick to take care of other people, right? Especially when we are the go-to person, we're the giving person. We're really quick to come to the aid of someone. We're really quick to get up out of our bed and go run and do something for someone else, and not so quick to do those things when it comes to ourselves. Not so quick to say, okay, I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to eat this for me. I'm going to take myself out for dinner. I'm going to do all of these things that you can do for yourself that you may be really used to doing for other people, but at some point you have to take care of your own health. You have to take care of your own body, right? So make sure that you are encouraging them, or you are encouraged if you are the person that's grieving, and encouraging them to check out their health professionals and to also check out and work on themselves, making sure they're eating healthy, making sure they're exercising, making sure that they're drinking a lot of water. I don't think we drink enough water. First of all, just being human, we don't all drink enough water as we should, but we want to make sure that we are encouraging our loved one who may be grieving how to grieve properly. I forgot what I was trying to say with that. We're talking about health, to make sure that they are taking out the time to make sure their health is good. Yes, is awesome to help others, to make sure that others get seen, to make sure that others are loved. That's very great, but we cannot forget to take care of ourselves. We cannot forget to take care of our selves. Can't forget to take care of ourselves. I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Your Journey Live. We do these lives every Tuesday and Thursday of every week. So make sure that you guys continue to tune in. Make sure you guys also are checking us out on our YouTube channel, which is the Deal to Heal Podcasting Network, where you can find the Girl Dad Discussions podcast. Actually, this past Sunday, we just had our second annual Daddy-Daughter Dance for dads and daughters of all ages, which is sponsored by the Girl Dad Discussions podcast. So make sure you guys go to YouTube and check out the Girl Dad Discussions podcast. Make sure you guys also register for the next one for next year, or just mark the date that you guys want to be a part, or you guys want to come out and experience the Girl Dad Discussions, not podcast, but the Daddy-Daughter Dance, sponsored by the Girl Dad Discussions podcast, which you can watch on our YouTube channel, which is the Deal to Heal Podcasting Network. You also can find there the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast, which is my original podcast. On this podcast, my guest and I talk about topics and ways to help us to heal in every area of our lives. So I talk about the things that I've been through, and my guests talk about the things that they've been through, if they haven't been through the same thing that I've been through, of course. So you guys can check that out as well. So it's the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast, as well as the Girl Dad Discussions podcast, which both can be found on the Deal to Heal Podcasting Network on YouTube. So make sure you guys check that out. Also, make sure you guys, since we're talking about podcasts, have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? I've been podcasting for quite a few years now. I have over 240 something episodes on the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast. And people are always asking me, how do you start your own podcast? And so I made it really easy. I created a online course to help you learn how to start your own podcast, right? And I took away all the fluff. I took all the extra stuff out. I made it very simple. There's only 3 things that you need. You only need 3 things in order to build your podcast. And I promise you, probably 2 out of the 3, if not all 3, most people already own. So if you're interested and ever thought about starting your own podcast, make sure you go to startyourpodnow.com. Again, startyourpodnow.com, and you will be able to purchase the online course, as well as join the online community when you buy the course. And then there we can help you with your podcast, help you learn how to start your podcast, how to format your podcast. Will you be a single host? Will you have multiple hosts? Like all of those things, I'll be able to help you with all of those questions once you go to Start Your Pod Now and you accept that and you join that program. So make sure you guys are checking that out. And last but not least, once again, our Healing Journey Live, if I can get this thing to do what I'm trying to get to do. There we go. Our Healing Journey Live is brought to you by the Deal to Heal School for Living, which is our school community, online community, on the school platform, SKOOL, the school platform, the Deal to Heal School for Living is our school community on the school platform. So make sure you guys go there. Again, there are 2 workshops in particular. There's multiple workshops and resources, and even some free resources that you guys can get once you go to the Deal to Heal for School for Living. But yeah, once you go there, I was finna say something else. Oh, I know what I was. So there are 2 workshops in particular. The Embracing Your Grief workshop is there, and the Not Embracing Your Grief and Maintaining Your Faith During Your Mourning. That workshop is also available at the Deal to Heal School for Living. If you don't want to go join the community, again, the first 7 days are absolutely free. You can take that time to check out the platform, see what we have, see if you like it, and also get all the free resources that are available. You can get those resources at no extra charge. You go get them, and I'll never have to see you again. But I will hope that you will go there and you will actually check out all the content that we have, all the information that we have for the Deal to Heal School for Living. For you guys to check that out, you can just scan the QR code in the upper corner, and it will take you directly there to check it out, right? So make sure you guys do that. And that would be it for me, man. I really appreciate you guys showing up for this live. I'm trying to stay consistent. I know I took a couple of days off. I think a week or so ago, because I was going down to Atlanta, Georgia, to be a part of the Next Level Speakers community, where I am the vice president of our Chicago chapter of the Next Level Speaking Academy. And so we had our big conference last week, and so that's where I was. So that's why there was no live at 4 last Tuesday or Thursday, was because I was in Atlanta. But I'm back. I went to go get poured into, went to get some prayer, went to get some learning and knowledge and wisdom from some of the top motivational speakers in the world who are there, and got everything that I need so I can come back here and have something to say to you guys, and have something to give to you guys that you can take for your healing journey. So once again, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in every week so far. I think we're on the 4th week. I think this is our 4th week of doing them. So we go live every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 o'clock. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 o'clock we go live. So until then, you guys be blessed. God bless you.